Star Report. I'm your host, Star, and it's Friday night. Guys, pardon me for doing a show this late, but tomorrow's Saturday. Most of us have errands to do, and I didn't want to try and do an afternoon stream about this particular topic. So here I am, late night. Join in if you like. If not, I'm just going to talk to myself as I have been doing for decades. I do answer myself, and I do come to conclusions. I think I'm my best friend. Trust me. Anyway, you see the title, Latino Civil Rights Group endorses Kamala Harris and her new VP pick in historic first. Now, I would love to get a couple of Hispanic people on the line tonight. Those of you who were in my comments who were saying, oh, Latinos, Hispanics are not voting for Kamala Harris. Well, she just pulled off something that is crazy. I'm going to say the bitch just went hard in the paint, okay? This particular group, LULAC, this is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, civil rights groups in America with regards to Latinos, Hispanics, so on and so forth. A unanimous decision came down today to endorse her. They have over 140,000 members across 535 councils nationwide, okay? And they have pledged in key battleground states, Georgia, Arizona, Nevada, Wisconsin, to mobilize Latino voters in support of Kamala Harris, or you can call her Obama, whatever you like, okay? Now, why is this concerning? Well, again, to my knowledge, unless I missed it, she has rolled out no policy yet. No policy. You know who I support, but you know what? Keep in mind, I don't need a savior. Star is a businessman. Okay? I don't support tribalism. You know this already. If you've ever been to TroyTerrain.org, you know one of my main streams or sources of income has nothing to do with entertainment. So, if this crazy broad, and she's crazy, she's not stupid, if she says the right thing with regards to my business, I may flip like a flapjack on Sunday morning on the Orange Man, okay? Friend to none of you. I started saying that back in the 90s. I created that slogan, friend to none of you, okay? So this historic endorsement goes back decades. I think the last time this particular group, founded in 1929, supported any type of U.S. president. Hang on a second. 1963. I want to bring it back to this historic Latino civil rights group endorsement. How did they endorse Kamala Harris? Well, let me tell you, or some of you already know, because I know I've got a highly intelligent listening base for the most part. She made promises, backroom promises, to get that endorsement because they don't need her. They could very easily, just fall back and mobilize. Maybe with Trump, he's done very well with them, in the past. Latino Civil Rights Group, LULAC, endorses Kamala Harris. Now, this bitch just went hard in the paint. Hard in the paint. I got to respect the gangster. Don't we always say, respect the jokes? Not that I have to like her. But again, she's not stupid. She's not stupid. I would love to talk to some of you tonight, but if not, let me just mentally massage this. Let me get a full understanding, because I caught this little tidbit this afternoon and I said, uh-oh. What we used to say back in the days, uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Anyway, hey, historic. So it's going to come down to many things, not just quote unquote minorities. And who are the minorities now in America? People of color have come up. The people of color are coming in. Are white folks the minority now? Are white folks scared to speak up out of guilt and other things? Are their voices being suppressed? Yeah, to some degree, yeah. So what may have sounded like a good thing back in, once upon a time, make America great again. It may be old at this point. It may be old rhetoric. It may be, costly to some. But Trump is still my guy. Just going to say that right now, okay? Hey, also, Most High, I sent you a email, sir. Most High is a very good, knowledgeable young man with regards to sports. I did a little digging, and I don't know how I missed this. Back in 1978, the NBA champions at the time, the Washington Bullets, went to Tel Aviv, Israel, and got beat. They got beat 98-97. And the list goes on and on and on with regards to NBA championship teams that have gone into other countries and lost. Back in 1984, the New Jersey Nets also lost in Tel Aviv. 1984, the Phoenix Suns lost in Tel Aviv. Blade, are you out there? Oh, Blade's got issues with the small hats. Blade, are you up to speed? Or maybe Blade knows that and this is one of the reasons why he's so tight. The list goes on and on and on. 1988, the Atlanta Hawks lost to the Soviet Union. Now you can say, oh well, those weren't the main players. It was the bench players, yada yada yada. But I did a little bit more research, and it appears that David Stern has been working on this for decades. This is not a new thing. Oh, the international players in the NBA. No, they've been working on this for decades. So this is big business, and I would like to continue that conversation if you like. Phone lines are open, okay? Now, my showrunner, just on some, this just ran across my mind. I watched a video earlier, and I'm not going to say any particular group and or culture, but is dating still worth the effort? Dating. I'm talking about all types of females, colored, lack thereof, brown, yellow, what have you. I saw a video. I'm not going to say what platform. If you saw it, you saw it. Maybe you saw an older video similar to the one I'm going to mention. And a female, very nice looking. Look, she appeared to be in her 20s, and she was sitting on a couch, some type of podcast. I like to give credit where credit is due, so maybe I will go to that page and acknowledge the platform and this young lady. And she kept it honest. And she spoke about a guy. She went out on a date with him. He opened her door. She said, before I even opened my door, he was at my door. Flowers. And she just got out and went past him. And then at some point she grabbed her phone and she went into some type of group chat and she said, this is weird. And I guess throughout the date, she was on her phone. Never mind star. I like women. I've said that before because some of you males, you don't like women. And that's what is at the root of your issues with women. I enjoy a conversation with a woman. I like to go out, sober. And just, acknowledge the scenery, the landscape, take a nice drive in a classic car, talk. I want to talk. I want to get into a bitch's head. Anyway, some of you can't even accomplish that in today's world. And I feel for you. Salute to the passport bros. To some degree, you've given up, man. F these bitches. I ain't mad at you. Is dating still worth the effort? Can you even have a date without some female picking up the goddamn mobile device, talking about where she is, the food, the waitress, giving a review of the date? I'm sure there's some channel, Troll Babies, good evening. Who does date reviews? Does Kendra G? Oh, salute to Kendra G. What a sweetie. We worked together when I was doing radio in Philly. I think it was 2011 and 2012. One of my last radio stops, terrestrial radio, 100.3 The Beat. And she came on after the Star and Buck Wild show. What a nice, classy girl. I know she's lit. She's popping on YouTube. Does she do dating reviews? Chucky the Charger, I got you, sir. Your donation. Are you calling? He says the Latinos will support her because she supports giving the illegal citizenship with welfare benefits and housing. Yeah, that's just one of the things, sir. Thank you for keeping it real, because a couple of weeks, a couple of Latinos, nobody's going to support Kamala Harris. Google that title. Pow! Anyway, sorry, when I talk to myself, I drift off and I jump around. Is dating still worth the effort? I don't fly girls out. I'm not a trick. I never have been, and I'm not a sugar daddy. If you happen to be in my area, okay, I'll meet you for breakfast, lunch, brunch. I don't want to be out and about when it's late, driving after a couple of drinks. Damien, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. These girls and women, some of you old broads up on the mobile device. Really? A broad past 45. You're on a mobile device when somebody's taking you out to, I don't know, have a bite to eat. I had to cancel a broad one time. I'm not going to say specifically where, because to my knowledge, she's never disrespected me. But I said, hey, do you want to go out for a coffee? This broad over 40. Oh, I don't like coffee. She started talking about a cigar lounge. I said, cigar lounge? And I said to myself, bitch, I don't want to sit with you for an hour at a cigar lounge. And, so anyway, is dating still worth the effort? I'm not mad at some of you guys now who say, you know what, I might as well just go buy some pussy. I can't be mad at you. That's not my thing. But if you were to say, hey, man, either we're smashing or we're not, I can respect that. Because nobody wants to be critiqued and or humiliated, when you're taking a broad out who is in seek of a ring and your name in all actuality, all right? Guys, I see you via Cash App. Let me just get all this out and then I'll open up the floodgates. I just want to put more of this on the table about this Latino civil rights group, LULAC, that has endorsed Kamala Harris. No policy has she put out there, again, and she said nothing to, if you ask me, that would really speak to, quote unquote, black people. Speaking of black people, now this is going to sound crazy, but since so many of you from time to time, you make reference to a movie, yes? Some situation in life, you make reference to a movie. Well, let me give you something with regards to a movie. The Planet of the Apes franchise, right? The word no appears in multiple Planet of the Apes movies, including Escape from Planet of the Apes, 1971, Rise of the Planet of the Apes, 2011, and others. In this movie, Cornelius tells the story of an ape named Aldo who stands up to his human oppressor and says no. Aldo had previously learned to refuse by grunting, but this time he speaks the word. Cornelius says that Aldo spoke a word that humans had said to him many times. No! That's just one of the reasons why I love science fiction, because it predates a lot of things that do, present themselves to us, scenarios, situations. So the apes in the franchise, Planet of the Apes, going back to 1968, which was the first film, Planet of the Apes, the apes said no to their oppressor. Why haven't black people learned to say no to someone like a Kamala Harris? It's 2024. Bitch, no. No. What are your policies? You've said no to reparations. How about we take reparations off the table? Let's take it off the table. What are some of the other things that should be discussed with regards to the quote unquote black people. Again, no disrespect to Leonard McKelvey. But why aren't there black economists and professors making these rounds on these political forums when they are discussing black issues? Why are you bringing on a hip hop guy who, to my knowledge, never studied anything with regards to politics, political science? He's a pervert at best, sniffing chairs and all sorts of goofy shit. What about the joke, Citizen Change? Remember that? 2004? All of the heavyweights that came out, Diddy, Mary J. Blige, Mariah Carey, 50 Cent, vote or die. And it still did nothing. What was that other goofy-ass campaign that hip-hop had? Was it, what is it? No fucking, no vote, no vote. What was that? Saucy Santana and Trina. Oh, I like Trina. What a sweetie. What a beautiful smile. What a beautiful person. Just interviewed her one time. Love that woman. But Trina, Saucy Santana, and others. Was it no voting, no fucking, something like that? It was crazy. Anyway, I'm rambling. Pardon me. Oh, there's Blade. Hey, Blade. Okay. Blade, one day maybe you'll call in, yes? Hey, Sunday, I sent you an email yesterday. Did you get it? I acknowledged you for a theory that I'm pretty sure it was you. If it wasn't, pardon me, but I thought it was you. Hey, Sunday, I got your donation. Thank you so much. Okay. Maximilian, I got your donation. Gary, I got your donation. Okay, Gary, to try and get on topic just for right now. I'm sipping Perrier water tonight. I got to hit the gym in the morning. I can't do wine and beer tonight. I know it's Friday. Folks like to turn up, but this is just me just talking, really. Okay, Most High, do you want to call in at some point with regards to the list that I sent you? Going back to 1978, as I said, Tel Aviv beat the Washington Bullets. Damn! Charlie, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in, sir. He says, Star, in another world, I could see you dating Kamala. That's a fact, sir. She's from my generation. She's a AKA. I've already said to you, sir, she's not stupid. All that laughing and all that giddy shit, that bitch knows what she's doing. And again, I'll say this again. I don't support her because I don't know what her policy is. If she's running on the same policies as Joe Biden, yeah, then she's trash. She's got to go. But she laid in the cut for 4 years, sir. Sneaky bitch. But thank you for your donation. Okay, Rondell got your donation. Star, is this a Puerto Rican show tonight, sir? Sir, you tell me. Please call in. Thank you for your continued support, Rondell. And Rondell, in case you don't know, I ran with the Puerto Ricans for a couple of years, the Latin Kings, as you may or may not know. Huh? Amadare. I'm a businessman, sir. But thank you for your support, okay? All right. Let me see if anybody wants to have this discussion this evening. Can we push back on the trolling just for an hour or two, folks, just until we, see what is what here with regards to the topic? Area code 857. Good evening. It's Friday. It's late night. You there?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Hello. Kamala ain't slick, man. This Latino movement, the migrants moving in, that was all a part of the plan. That's what they need to win this election. And all these people, they're all going to be okay to vote. Everybody's going to vote. It's a big, everybody's going to vote now. All the Latinos, they're outside. They're all outside now. American. They need that because Trump is winning. Trump is going to win this thing. They need all that they can get.
I hear you.
As far as
I hear you loud and clear. I'm a Trump supporter, but don't get it twisted. I will discuss the news, and I will let other people call in and speak and be objective.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I know, and I'm down. I'm for Trump. Like, it is what it is, because I just rather him in general. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we don't have to go down the line of her track record and all that she's done and who she is. We don't need to do all of that. We already know what it is. It's baffling to me that the people hasn't woken up yet and realized what the hell's going on. Like, and what's going to happen again if they reelect her. She's out here trying to, what's that girl, Megan, twerking. Mm-hmm. She's doing everything in her power to try to get the black vote, and not even realizing that it's the Hispanic people that is really going to, you know what I mean, really hinder this election. And that's why they open these borders. That's why they're doing what they're doing, because that's the only way that they can beat Trump. But I'm over that. I don't even want to talk about that, because like you, it is what it is. Whoever's in office, I'm going to be fine. Okay. I make six figures.
Okay.
But dating.
Well, hang on a second. I appreciate what you've said about Kamala Harris, and I just want to point this out in case you don't. Hang on. I do want to point this out. LULAC leadership will join Harris this Saturday in Nevada, where the campaign said it is running the largest in-state operation of any coordinated campaign ever, with 13 offices. Hold on, sir. Hold on. Harris will also meet with the organization to hear about the issues that matter most to the Latino community. So yeah, they've endorsed her. As I've said, I'm sure they've had backroom conversations, but she is open to their issues. Go ahead.
Yeah, and that ties into the minority and majority and all that. Whites have been the minority for many years now, and that's not even up for discussion. Us blacks, we're damn near extinct, especially Black Americans. I'm not even surprised, but I salute the fact that we survived this long. So it is what it is. We're going to survive everything. So I'm not worried about none of that. I just know that this is what they needed to do in order for her to win this election, but everybody's going to be upset, angry, and whatever. If she wins, I doubt she wins. I want Trump to win. I've never voted a day in my life.
Okay.
And I am going to vote this year for Trump.
Okay.
Respectfully.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How do you know you're Black?
Well, I don't know that. I just know that I'm right. You know what I mean? I just know that my family and everybody, we were all in America. I have no ties to any other country. It goes back generations and generations. I mean, if you want to say we're all from Africa, then cool. But as far as I know, all of my family is from here. Yes. Yeah. I have probably Irish or whatever, British, whatever.
You sound Asian to me. You sound Asian.
Yeah, Asian. All that good shit. It doesn't matter. Because I can't.
Just watch the language, please. Watch the language. We're doing good. Just watch the language. Go ahead.
Excuse my language. Yeah, I can't go to any other country and speak another language, man. I'm stuck here. Yeah, it is what it is.
But if you were to get a DNA test, you might find out you're 75%.
Yeah, I know. I know.
French. I don't know.
I'm like, yeah, right. You know what I mean? Like, I'm fair skinned like you. You know what I mean? Like, I already know that I have Irish and I have all these things in my blood. I know that I'm mixed. You know what I mean? Or whatever.
We're all mixed.
And that brings me to this question. I want to pick your brain on this, because I was off the Patron earlier, and I was thinking, I was like, damn, what type of niggas did they bring to America back during slavery? You had to be that type of nigga to even make it here.
Well, listen, sir, if I can just suggest, go to a genealogy department, try and find your history, your
No, that's not.
Hang on. Your lineage, so to speak. But I got to take other callers. Can you finish up on the showrunner you wanted to address? Is dating still worth the effort?
Yeah, I think it is. I think dating's cool. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But in this day and age, you know, I don't know. I didn't really want to even tap into that topic too much.
Hey, don't worry about it. I appreciate the call, man. I got to bring other folks on. Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you. Right. Is dating still worth the effort? I'm almost at the point where I want to entertain, just sluts. I know you're a slut. You know you're a slut. So we don't have to play that game of you exposing me. Not that I'm going to give you anything anyway. I don't do a whole lot of texting with females. I hate to say old school. Bitch, I got to hear your voice. Don't be sending me no fucking little emojis and smiley. Fuck it. Bitch, pick up the phone. Pick up the phone, bitch. Is dating still worth the effort? Hey, guys, also, let me just say, in case you have not heard me mention this, I like to give credit where credit is due. And the term Obamala, I heard it from Sabby Sabs on YouTube. Sabby Sabs. She does leftist news commentary and interviews. She's doing the damn thing. I think she's former. Let me not guess. I have to go back and read her bio, but she does really good content. Sabby Sabs on YouTube. That's where I heard the term Obamala from one of her supporters. Okay, just to be clear. The Rio Rico Mercado. Okay, Hispanics and niggas need a third party. We die every day. Okay. Who is we, sir? How do you know that you're Hispanic? or a nigga? Are you sure? I appreciate the support, though. Late night show, guys. Late night show. In case you're just not joining me, I didn't want to do a show tomorrow because I got to do a little cleaning up in the little area where I have the squirrel party set up. Okay. But thank you for tuning in. Mr. Controversy, he says, that was the play from the jump. That's why they left the border open in the first place, Black. Oh, okay. Okay, well, I think that was a very common discussion. You're right. Let me just say you're right. But now here we are. So let me also say this. Can we get past the conversation of, oh, she ain't black, the collard greens? That doesn't even matter now. That doesn't matter, truthfully, whether she is or isn't. But she's already said no. So business-wise, what is she going to present that may interest you, if anything, okay? Hold on, guys. Let me bring in area code 34. No, I'm sorry. Hold on. 917, it's a late night show. Are you there? 917. I'm just going over some notes. Yes, no, maybe.
Peace, star.
Peace. How are you, sir? It's cracking.
I'm good, sir. How are you?
I'm alive, sir. Niggas are dying. Half my age. I'm still here.
Well, Star, I'm a man of a certain age as well, so I can definitely relate. I'm age 56, so
okay.
Where you want to go with it? You want to talk about the dating or Kamala? Where we going?
Well, again, I hate to do a research show this late. It's Friday. Folks like to turn up and be silly, but this has been on my mind all day, and this is a major endorsement. Can we start there? Are you up to speed on the LULAC?
I'm not up to speed with that particular organization, but what I'll say on it, just from my own knowledge of history, when you have a group such as a Latino group already co-signing something, it's already because they already came with an agenda. They're going to come to her asking for certain tangibles. So I'm sure they got something in the bag for Kamala, and that's why they backing her automatically without even hearing any policies. That's my personal opinion on that.
And it's right in front of our faces, and when I say our, I mean the public. It's right in front of our faces, and no disrespect to
Right.
But black people,
and that's
but
just politics.
she was down in Atlanta, moving, shaking, and popping. Brought out Quavo, Megan Thee Stallion, and other people, as I just referenced. They've already co-signed her. Why?
Yeah, they come at us goofy. When it comes to us, they don't want to hear anything about what we want or what any demands from us. They're just going to give us what they feel like giving us, and basically telling us to shut up and take whatever's given. But other groups, they're going to listen to something that they have, or they're going to present, and they see more of them being a viable form of resource down the line. So they're phasing us out. They saying, we doing with y'all niggas, we gonna go this route, and y'all gonna take it or leave it. And that's pretty much my opinion on that.
Yep.
So
let me just also add this to the conversation, because you are a man of a certain age, and I respect your intellect. Domingo Garcia, this is the chairman of that. Hang on a second. Well, he's the chairman of the PAC. He said, throughout her career, Harris has demonstrated a commitment to justice, equality, and inclusivity, values that resonate deeply with the Latino community and will move our country forward in the right direction. Domingo Garcia. So yeah, they're on board. They're on code. Anything else you want to say, or do you want to just move to is dating still worth the effort?
Yeah, I want to get into the dating aspect. Like I said, I'm a man of a certain age, and is dating worth the effort? Hell no, not at my age. For a younger man, I would say for a younger dude, you may want to go through it and bump your head a couple of times. But when you're an old nigga like me, my time is money, bitch. You gotta get on code with me real quick, or else you see the exit. I can get you a Happy Meal and keep that wallet fat. I ain't got time for this. I ain't got time to waste on these chicks out here, man. Yeah. No.
Hey, what we used to say back in the days? I got some bubble gum and a hard dick for you. That's it.
Right? That's it. That's right. Have a Coke and a smile and shut the F up. You know what I'm saying? We out of here.
I appreciate doing that. I appreciate the call, man. Thank you.
Peace, though.
Yes, sir. Peace. Guys, I see you on the phones. If you would be so kind to hit the like button to share this video, because this is not a trending topic. I like to discuss topics that are not trending. The last couple of shows I've done are not trending. I don't care about big numbers, a whole lot of comments. I want the right comments. Amy and her friend who monitored the page, if we get 600 comments and only 200 of those comments are about the topic, believe me, the other 400 will be removed. Nobody here is sensitive, but we want you to stay on topic, okay, with regards to the rebroadcast. Live chat, you can say anything, Okay, the Most High, sit tight, man. I see you, area code 347593. Sit tight, the Most High. I want to get a little bit more into the Latino civil rights group endorsing Kamala Harris, and then I want to talk to you about the international reality that is upon us with the NBA. Sit tight, sir, okay? Blade tapping. Blade spend Skrilla. Thank you, Blade. I appreciate you. Glamour, sit tight. I see you, sir. Truth Be Told podcast. Sit tight, okay? How do I say your name? Is it Vera? Hi, Vera. She says, Star, is there anything that would make you change your mind to fly a female out? No. I can't play that game with you, If you're even close to my age, you should have some type of flying, what do you call that? Flying discount, all that, something with the flying miles. You should be able to get here damn near for $50. Right? If you're even close to my age. If you're a younger female, I'm not saying that you should be a seasoned scammer, but get your ass on a plane, because if I put you on a plane, which I wouldn't, the first thing you would do is that you'd be up on your live. Yeah, here's the ticket. Yeah, he's flying me out. Star Buck, wow. Here's the ticket. You would talk crazy. So no, you get your ass down to North Carolina. Hold on, guys. Let me bring in area code 347. Good evening. It's a late night show. I'm just talking to myself. If you want to chime in, are you there? 346. Peace.
Hey, peace, man. Long time listener. Since the days of Hot 97. I wanted to chime in, I guess, on the subject with Kamala Harris.
Okay. Kamala, sir. Kamala. She calls herself Kamala. People have been saying Kamala, just to be precise. Kamala, go ahead.
Yeah, Kamala. I really think that it turns me off, number one, when she only comes around like when she wants something. Because other to that, she wasn't really dealing with the community like that. Now all of a sudden she wants the black vote. Now she's sister girl, she this, she that. Yeah. And before she was an Indian. Me personally, I've always had conservative views. But for some reason, still, I can't see myself voting Trump because I don't know why. I can't get over that.
I can respect that.
The Central Park Park thing.
Yeah, I can respect that. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all. Keep doing your thing, man.
Well, hang on a second, sir. Can I ask how old are you? I appreciate the call. How old are you?
Absolutely. I'm 44.
Okay.
Hey,
well, hang on. I want to address what you said, and then we can jump around.
Absolutely.
Yeah, she, like most politicians, are seasoned liars, and yes, they come around when it's time to get your support. Yes. So knowing that, and never mind Trump, knowing that, why hasn't she been told no? That hoedown, that festival that she had, that damn near cookout in Atlanta, that was disgusting. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that. If that's anything like the fish fry that Clyburn has, yeah, I think it's very disgusting. But you're right. Politicians come around and lie. But I was looking at something that's very interesting earlier. That somebody had said.
Okay.
At least Trump gave the black community some kind of credit. Trump said, "You black Americans, you guys built America."
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. We never got. I mean, if you ask me, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Take your time. Take your time.
Okay. Kamala never gave us that credit. She just come around wanting to be sister girl for the vote. I think most black people still want to give her their vote because they're just stuck on the plantation. It's like that's all they know. All they know is the Democratic way, and I think the Democrats push so much fear in our community that it's like, oh, what you gonna do? Trump, this, that. Oh, Project 25. I never heard about Project 25 until this presidential election, honestly.
Well, listen, I'm not here to necessarily defend Trump because I'm not trying to sway you to vote for him. I vote for who, is for my best interest. I mean, I am an objectivist from the school of Ayn Rand. You should know that if you've been listening to me for years. But now here's the thing with Kamala. She already said no. She's damn near talking to you like you're her child. I laid out the Planet of the Apes, the word no and what that meant to them and how they then said no to the white, to the humans, pardon me. Because some people always want to make reference to a movie. Why hasn't she been told no until some policies are presented? Why has Charlemagne, and I hate to keep mentioning this guy, I don't have anything against him, but why haven't the quote unquote black communities said no until we hear what it is that you are putting on the table? Why not?
I personally believe that they choose certain token Negroes such as Charlemagne, such as other people, and they give them, I believe they take them and say, all right, look, listen, if you promote this, then we'll give you this. Yeah. And, they keep them fed They keep their pockets full as long as they push the message. And seeing that they know they have a big influence, they have a big audience in the hip hop community, and I guess I wouldn't say the black community as a whole, but like I guess a community in the more popular genres. That's who they target, and that's who I think they give gifts to, and then they in turn goes and spread the word. Because I never heard of. Okay, to their credit, they did have the lady on there that was running against Trump for the primaries. But how come he never actually had Trump on their show? I'm talking about the Breakfast Club.
I don't know. So I'm not a Breakfast Club watcher or listener. But hey, man, listen, I got to take other calls. I appreciate you tuning in, but stay away from RFK Jr. Just stay away from him, okay?
I was looking at him too, but
no. So he's got a freezer full of dead roadkill, and he threw a bear into a park one time. Crazy white guy. But I gotta go.
What? Hey, thanks a lot.
Thank you, man. Thank you, sir. Thank you. RFK. Fuck out of here. Pamela, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Late night. Okay. Okay. She says, I'm going to fly out to North Carolina as close as I can get to Emerald Isle just to call your bluff. Okay. Breakfast, lunch, something like that. But just know, baby, I'm on that same type of time. if I even feel a setup. Gunshot for every blood clot. Starting with you, okay? Starting with you. Let me go to area code 615. Good evening. Late night show. You there? 615?
Hey, what's going on, Mr. Starr?
Yes, sir. How are you? Crack.
I'm all right, man. Just wanted to call and tap in. I'm a long time listener, man.
Okay.
Just figured out I call in, man, for the first time.
Appreciate you. How can we help you, sir?
Man, I just want to discuss about Kamala, man. How she got a lot of these bourgeoisie niggas fooled, man. I just don't like it at all.
Okay.
I don't like it at all, bro. And I mean, call you brother. My bad.
It's okay. It's okay. Do you yourself vote, sir? Do you vote?
I have, and I'm a felon, and I got my rights restored back in 2008,
Nice.
and I voted for Obama.
Nice.
And I feel like it was two votes wasted. I didn't vote when Clinton and Trump. I said that one out because I feel like there's no such thing as the lesser of two evils.
Okay. Well, I'm not saying nice that you voted for Obama, but it's glad to hear that you got your rights back and that you are participating, in the process.
I feel like it was two votes wasted.
Okay.
Yes, sir. And now in this vote, I definitely ain't falling for this Kamala trick that she just got a lot of these black folks out here so bamboozled, and I just don't understand how they just can't keep on sipping the same Kool-Aid. And
I ask, how old are you, sir? How old are you?
I'm 45 years old, Mr. Starr.
Okay.
Yes,
well, sir,
you
got wisdom with you, so open your third eye, right? And I'm sure you can see this. Maybe you can't. She was a baddie back in her day, and we got a lot of simp ass niggas on the planet. Hang on now. Most males are not men. I've said that on multiple occasions. If I had daughters, I've even said if I had 5 daughters, I would want 3 of them to be gay because most males ain't men. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
So hang on. So you ain't got to think too much about why a lot of these hoe ass niggas are already on point. She's high yellow, she knows how to code switch. She doesn't sound like a hood booger bitch, so they simping. They simping. Go ahead.
Yeah.
They simping.
You got a lot of these tender dick ass men out here, man. They think with the wrong head, and I've learned that a long time ago.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
With many of women, and I realized that these hoes ain't about nothing, man. So I do what I got to do, get what I need, and keep it pushing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I don't have time when, yeah. So yes, sir. So, yeah, like you said, there's a lot of these simp ass niggas out here, star.
Yeah. And she's from my era. So you know what she's really thinking in her mind?
What's that?
I'm trying to catch a lick. That's that old shit.
Well,
She's trying to catch lick. And she's catching licks.
Got a lick with her husband.
She's catching licks.
She caught a lick.
Yeah.
With one of the small heads. She got a small head.
Yeah.
She got one of the good licks.
There you go. I appreciate the call, sir.
Yeah.
Appreciate the call.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Kamala Harris out here catching licks. That's what them old bitches used to say. Citizen change. Anybody remember that? Vote or die! Hold on a second, guys. I want to make sure I'm promoting my sponsors. Rondell, I got you the donation. Thank you for tapping in, sir. Harris and Sugar Walls 2024. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Blade. I'm not repeating that, but thank you so much. Oh, wait a minute. Florida Boy Jay, what's popping, big nigga? Did you text me? I didn't see you in the queue. I just tuned in. I just saw you there. Florida Boy Jay?
Yeah, we on the line. I didn't end up texting you. I was on the line, just listening, waiting to get checked into the line.
Did you get the Blu-ray disc that I sent you,
it's
sir?
It's arriving tomorrow.
Okay.
We'll be sitting around as a family to watch it.
Microphone check. Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm blocking out my Saturday afternoon to watch this, so I'm looking forward to it.
What do you want to start this evening, sir?
Got to start on Latino Civil Rights Group endorsing the Harris Wall ticket right now. And this is really the first time that the Latino Civil Rights Group endorsed a presidential candidate. So even with that standing, you got to look at it like this, right? We talk about how everybody else gets their policy. Even the last time we talked about the Asian crime bill, how they got their policies put in place just to protect their rights or something for their interests. Now you have Hispanics who have came over here, and no just to Hispanics in general, but just the ones who have illegally committed a crime by crossing the border that used to be a punishable offense to deter you from actually, coming to the U.S. You remember not too long ago, we were talking about the kids in cages and the pictures like that. You remember that not too long ago? And now it's gone completely into a 180 to have just people coming over here getting checked, right, jobs, shelters. We have a homeless epidemic in the same cities that we have migrants coming in here and getting free shelter. It's ridiculous. And at the point where, if we're looking at interest, if you allowed all my cousins, my aunts, my uncles to come over here, get free citizenship in check, of course, we've gotten something tangible, and now we're going to put our voting block behind this ticket. They're showing you that they know how to give certain groups tangible items and as a receipt for a vote. But now we have us blacks sitting here letting somebody's sister girl. Remember what she said yesterday? She had a little heckler in her crowd that probably was an agent.
I pointed that out. I pointed out. She said, if you're going to vote for Trump, just say it. Otherwise, be quiet.
Yeah, and did the eye thing. Now you got all the white liberals, the gays, and the Mammies going crazy online. Oh my God, she ain't come to play. It's like, what are we doing, man? And it's so funny because it's like you have this campaign site that she has on there that is just a donation, a paywall. She has no policy. She has no stance. She's not selling us anything.
We've already been going over all of this, Florida Boy Jay. I appreciate you calling in. Have you seen the YouTube commercials, during and before and after a lot of urban content? She pops up with a grin talking about, a $5, $10 donation. Do you see the grin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see it.
She don't got a mug puss, a screw face. She got a smile. She got that the hair. The hair looks like it's been laid. Look like she just got a wash and set. A fucking hot oil treatment, huh? She's on the track. Come on.
Yeah. So with that compiled with the Latino civil rights group endorsing her, I look back at my people in a response, and it's the same thing I feel when we don't have a Good Morning Black America, or we don't have any type of political agenda or site or place where we have serious discussions, or even where, like you said, where all the scholars at. The scholars they're not going on a campaign trail. They're not going on a media tour, a media blitz right now, who might have an opposing objective view.
Yeah.
It seems like Black Americans, in a way, to be honest, we're still not politically, like, as a group, like our IQ on politics isn't even high enough to know what's at stake if we want to come to the negotiating table or the direction to the table. And
Let me jump in for a second and say I can appreciate everything you're saying, but at my age, I don't got time to keep playing with you, all that, marching, singing, and all that shit. I ain't got time for that. If Kamala Harris gets elected, I may have to marry marry a woman from El Salvador for tax reasons. And hopefully she's got 4 kids. Let me go on record and say that, okay? Hey, sit tight for a second. Can you join the conversation with me with the Most High about basketball? You got time?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, because I like your input, and let me see if he's on the line here somewhere. The Most High 347. Have you guys spoken before?
No, I don't think so.
Hey, the Most High, you there?
Peace, Star.
Hey, peace, man. Thank you for tapping. And I sent you an email earlier. I don't know if I had time to send it to Florida Boy Jay, but I'm sure he's up to speed. I forgot, man, or maybe I never paid attention. Back in 1978, the Washington Bullets, who were the champions of the NBA then, they lost in Tel Aviv, Israel.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. I see some.
Yes, sir.
I see some other teams that have been losing and losing and losing, whether these are exhibition games or not. This is an eye opener, man. I mean, the New Jersey Nets back in 1984 lost again to Tel Aviv. Phoenix Suns lost to Tel Aviv also in August of '84. So the conversation that we have been having about the NBA becoming more international, the research that I've been pulling as of late says that David Stern has been working on this for decades. Yes, no?
Yes, sir. Well, actually, and Florida Boy J, salute. Actually, in 1978, Larry O'Brien was still the commissioner. Yeah. So David Stern might have been under his charge at that time. He might have been like in the administration or what have you. Right. But Larry O'Brien was the commissioner at the time of the NBA. So yes, the NBA has been trying to globalize the sport, and they've been doing a good job. And actually, I didn't know that the international play was going on with the professional teams overseas until you sent me the email. For that, I didn't know they were playing that long ago in 1978. So I appreciate the knowledge, and yeah, so I definitely appreciate that. Now, the funny thing about that is I looked through the rosters for most of these teams, and most of those teams do not even have anybody who was a standout college player in America or a standout NBA or professional player that played in the NBA or ABA at that time. So it's kind of surprising that those teams, like especially the 1978 Washington Bullets, who had just won the championship, it's crazy how they lost against that team. And yes, it was a preseason game. Yes, it was an exhibition game. These games don't count for the NBA records for that particular season because they are international teams that are not NBA teams. So they are exhibitions. They are played in the preseason. NBA season does not start until October, late October most years. So yes, those were exhibition games, but I'm just as shocked as you that they were taking L's way back when.
Hang on a second, Florida Boy Jay. I want you to chime in if you feel the need to. Have you ever heard of Elvin Hayes? He was on that Washington Bullets team.
Yeah, at center, right?
Hang on, Florida Boy Jay. I'm talking to the Most High. Elvin Hayes, the Most High?
Sir, yes, he went to Houston. He was dominant in college. Okay. He had a Houston Houston when he went to the University of Houston, just to let you know, well, not just to let you know, because I want please, Star, one day, could you please retell your Elvin Hayes story, please?
Well, okay, I'll retell that now, but with regards to the Washington Bullets losing in Israel in 1978, Elvin Hayes was on that team. And if you look through his credits, he was one of the most dominant players at that particular time in basketball history. Elvin Hayes.
Yes, sir. The Big E, pause, facts.
Yeah.
Facts. So actually, if I'm not mistaken, I'll do some more research on this, but up until now, to my recollection, the game that the University of Houston played against UCLA, and that was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's undefeated team, they actually defeated UCLA, and I think they stopped UCLA's undefeated record. And that college game was the biggest college game to history to date, and it was held in the Astrodome. So that just goes to show you how impactful he was as a player, and how impactful Lou Alcindor at the time was. So yeah,
but hang on a second. Hang on. If we can just bring it back to the NBA playing against international teams and losing some very key games. So this, unless you tell me different, this may have piqued the interest of David Stern and others to bring in these players. Again, this has been in the works for decades. This is not new. So Florida Boy Jay, I'm gonna go to you if you want to join the conversation. If not, don't worry about it. But this all started because of the Philippines basketball professional team introducing the 4-point shot. And then I started asking, hey, do you think that's coming to the NBA? And people say, no. I said, well, I don't know. But Florida Boy Jay, do you want to chime in? And I'll send you this link while we're talking, Florida Boy Jay. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. Do you think I will only add in that NBA teams losing to other teams overseas isn't really a phenomenon? I mean, it's happened even recently. It's happened more recently than ever, but it's been a thing that has taken place. The NBA has been playing teams overseas in preseason since the 70s. It hasn't really let up. Even the Chicago Bulls during their second three-peat went overseas and played. Kobe, they played overseas and lost in Spain. I think LeBron, he lost the same season, preseason, at home against, overseas teams. So this isn't not like a phenomenon or anything.
Well, hang on. It's not that it's a phenomenon. I'm not saying it's a phenomenon. I'm saying most people like myself who are not as informed as you in the Most High, we unless we dig and dig and dig, as I have recently been doing, it's surprising. I just sent you the link as well, Florida Boy Jay, if you want to pull it up. If not, don't worry about it. List of games played between NBA and international teams. Any thoughts? Not that you have to co-sign what I'm saying, but any thoughts with regards to this 4-point line? Have we discussed that yet, coming to the NBA and along with the other players from places like Israel? Israel has been kicking the asses of the NBA champions going back to 1978. Israel.
Yeah, when it comes down to the 4-point play, I don't really see things like that taking place in the NBA just because when it comes down to records.
Got you.
And just how the game played.
Okay.
I don't think adding a 4-point play is going to that to me just breaks the structure of basketball at that point, because now the defense has to be out there. The center's going to be obsolete. Now it's going to be just doing a mad dash to the rim. No.
Okay. The Most High, back to you. Anything you want to mention on this? I mean, we don't have to do a deep dive tonight, but I want to at least circle back for those who have been, watching as we've been discussing this.
Well, I'm gonna respectfully disagree with Florida Boy Jay in this sense. When we spoke on this topic a couple of days ago. The 4-point play, even though I feel like it's far-fetched, I do agree with him that it's far-fetched, and I don't think they should adopt it. But I think that they may. I think there's some legs to that, being that to me the NBA is turning more into entertainment rather than the pure skill of the game.
Right.
So, and I'm gonna give you for instance. Instead of the top 8 teams making the playoffs, they have the play-in tournament. That's something that's been implemented in the last 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
So that's something that never was a part of the process of making the playoffs. Also, last year they started the inaugural in-season tournament, which was a super joke. It was a super joke. So the NBA to me looks like it's either trying to compete or they're trying to throw anything against the wall and see what sticks.
Right. I
guess to draw viewership and maintain their position as one of the top international sports. Where in America still, American football is still key. So I believe that the NBA is still trying to fight for viewership and maintain the stronghold they once had in the 90s and the 2000s and what have you. So I think they may just give it a try or at least give it some legitimate thought because they seem like they're trying. It seems like, again, they're focused on the global aspect of the game. And actually, the NBA style game, I repeat it again, is now a more FIBA-centric international style game. So those teams that they were playing against and losing all those years, the pattern and the style of play that they had overseas is now the pattern and the style that they play in America. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Joel Embiid is coming up court and he's spotting up for three. Yes, he has the ability to shoot threes, but the NBA wants all their big men to have that quality, and they don't want them to post up anymore. They definitely want the guards to run the show. They want the guards to be the focal point of the offense, and that's what we're seeing on the majority of the teams. I could definitely name whatever teams. I know we're not doing that type of a deep dive, but I do see the NBA giving it some consideration because they're looking to turn the game into more of an entertainment. And it's almost
stop right there. I'm going to say this again. I know my opinion doesn't really matter in this particular conversation, but I wouldn't mind seeing the 4-point line. I want to see people do what Meadowlark Lemon used to do from the Harlem Globetrotters, down in the corner and the fucking 3-point hook. Bam! Oh my God! Back in the 70s, that was crazy.
Yeah, man.
Curly Neal and Marcus. Hey, it might get to that point. Florida Boy Jay, do you want to in on this, or do we wrap this topic up? Hang on a second, though, most high.
Yeah, no, I'll just second what he said about the NBA style and the FIBA style. If there's anything the NBA needs to take from this Olympics is you need to adapt the FIBA style of basketball because most NBA players, like even when we won the game yesterday, we had to just adapt. It wasn't like you can sit here cry for calls. It wasn't no superstar treatment. And get to the paint, get the basket, stop crying, fight through the screen. I mean, people.
But I'm talking about the NBA, not the Olympics. I'm talking about the NBA becoming more international.
I'm talking about the NBA, but when I was agreeing with him when he was saying that the FIBA style of basketball is the way to go. The international style of gameplay is the only thing that we need to take outside, not the 4-point.
Got you. Okay. Gentlemen, I want to get back to my main topic, unless you guys want to chime in on the Florida Jay, you already spoke up, so maybe I'll sign up with you and keep the most high in the line. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Close out on the whole, is it worth dating right now in this day and age?
Hang on. I'm sorry, man. I'm doing a lot right here. Did you want to touch on the showrunner? Is dating still worth the effort? The most high, let me put you on hold and finish up with Florida Boy Jay. Sit tight, please.
Yes, sir.
Florida Boy Jay, you have the floor, sir. Is dating still worth the effort?
Yeah. Is dating worth the effort for men? To be honest, it's really a question. Are you really qualified to date? And when I say qualified to date, it's not like you got to have a bunch of money, anything like that. But are you dating and you're going back to your mom's house? You got roommates. What are you doing? What type of woman are you dating? If you're just dating to get cheeks, that's exactly what you need to be doing. Any male, I think somebody said that earlier. If you're young, you definitely need to do this because it's essential for growth, for interacting with women. It's a necessary evil. You're going to have to figure out who women are on your own. There's not enough YouTube videos that are going to teach you. That's number one. Number two, if you are somebody with your stuff together, you know what I'm saying? You look good, women, you should date. You should go out here, spend some time with women, hang out, do your thing. You don't have to get emotionally attached to them at all. But there's nothing wrong with hanging out with the company of women, chilling with them, doing your thing. We already know what they are. Have your fun with it. And keep.
Can I throw you a curveball? I respect you as a young man who, helps me with things for setup and prep for the show. I respect your young opinion. And how old are you? I forget, man. How old are you, Florida Jay?
31.
31. Okay. I think that's too much of a risk bringing any female to your mother's house today or your parents' home. You should not tell any female today where your parents live. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. As soon as she gets mad to you, she's going to say something crazy online or try to do something spiteful. If she can't get to you, she'll air out, your parents. I think that's too much of a goddamn risk. But now with regards to quote unquote dating, should it be understood? Should there be a common understanding with your generation and those younger that the girl is going to be on her mobile device throughout the date and then she's going to review the date to people on social media? Is that understood with your generation?
No, if she's going to record the date, absolutely. It doesn't matter.
No. Is she going to talk about it? Just, stream, talk, check DMs.
No. Yeah, you can check your DMs on your phone, but she's not going to be live streaming this date. That's not normal in our generation. I don't know. I don't want that to be a caricature. I don't want that to be a misrepresentation of even people younger than me, that this generation is going on dates and then start going live. No, that's something that is like I said, it's a headline. It's an anomaly, but I don't think any man is sitting on a date and the girl is going live on Instagram or Snapchat or Facebook and the niggas just
I've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen young girls on Facebook and on the gram streaming their dates. Hang on. They're literally sitting at the goddamn table and the phone is on, and they're eating and looking at the comments. I've seen this. Listen, I'm not trying to say you're wrong with regards to what you're saying, but I think it's too much of a goddamn risk. I have no problem with the passport bros. I hate to say it, man, but I think a lot of these young guys today should just ask a girl straight out, hey, are you selling sex? Would you rather I just compensate you? And then we can just skip all the dating. I've seen it. Go ahead.
Yeah. The passport bros, a lot of these guys, the reason why I can't fully co-sign that is because a lot of these guys, like I said, a lot of these males aren't men. Yeah. A lot of these niggas aren't working on themselves to get pussy. A lot of these niggas aren't taking showers daily. A lot of these niggas aren't brushing teeth. Their tongues are white. They got white stuff at the crest of their mouth. Their fingernails are dirty. Their teeth aren't straight. And they're online talking about, when I just walk up to... No, these niggas don't know how to talk. I'm not even in here caping or simping, but I'm coming from you. I've shown you proof, star. I'm coming from a nigga who has my way with women, my fair share of women.
Gotcha.
I'm cool with them. I'm telling you, a lot of these niggas don't know how to treat women like people, and they don't know how to actually groom themselves or even better their lives to deserve pussy. But when you do get to that point, you will be able to date. They will be out there in it.
I think you should stop calling it pussy. Stop calling it pussy. Anyway, I'm talking crazy. Hey man, are you there, Florida Boy Jay?
Yeah. We still here.
Okay. I got to take other calls, man. Keep me posted whenever you get that Blu-ray disc.
Absolutely, man. I got you. Peace out, man. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Salute. Okay. The Rio Rico Mercado, thank you for your donation. He says, Star, I am a mixed Taino slave, to be exact. Okay. Tony B got your donation. Star, any thoughts on Japan winning the breakdance event? I have not seen it, sir, but thank you for the heads up. It has become diluted, the one-time hip-hop culture. It's now just a antiquated genre. Japanese have been some of the biggest, to be respectful, people that know how to take something and modify it, counterfeit it, if you will. I'm not surprised, but I'm sure at some point tomorrow I'll check out the link. Thank you for your donation. Okay. Reginald, what area code, sir? You sent me a donation, says you're trying to call in. Can you send an email and tell me what area code you're calling from? Let me put my information on the screen in terms of how to email me, just for some of you who may not know. Hold on, showrunners. Where's my information? Okay, here you go, advertising. This has got my email address on there. Okay. Pow. The hater 1964 yahoo.com. Look at Blade talking crazy. So why are you surprised that the NBA teams took L's in Tel Aviv? All of America takes L's because of Tel Aviv. Oh, that was nice, Blade. Sunday says the first caller was painting his nails on the line. Thank you, Sunday. Mr. Controversy says, Star, in America exclusively, pigmentation doesn't make one black. Culture does, in which the so-called black man hears culture is unique and unlike any other melanated people on earth. I would agree with you. I think that here in America, things are so twisted. People use all sorts of trickery and with lack of knowledge and education. And they fall into the traps of we, us, them, you know? I don't have a problem with what you said, so thank you for your continued support. Okay, I don't think Glamour came back on the line. Hold on a sec. Let me go to area code 646. Hey, good evening. The Latino Civil Rights Group has endorsed Kamala Harris. Historic endorsement. Are you up to speed?
Star, what's popping, man?
Hey, how are you, sir?
Chilling, man. Yeah, I could speak on the Kamala Harris endorsement or is dating.
Okay.
Is dating worth it?
Still worth it. Yeah.
Not too much. Yeah, not too much on the Kamala topic. It's just that there's no tangibles there, and I could see like that whole party, well not the Democrat Party, but like like Latinos like supporting her, like years down the line, saying they pulled themselves up by the bootstraps when they out here, getting handouts and all of that. And as far as like the dating, is it worth it?
Well, hang on a second. I can appreciate what you're saying, but at the same time, as the old saying goes, don't hate the player, hate the game. Let's not hate on Hispanic and Latino people because they have.
I'm not.
Hang on. Because they have learned how to mobilize and pool their resources. And what's so unique about this particular group is that they have never endorsed a presidential candidate. They started to with JFK back in '63, right before he was killed. They hosted a gala for President John F. Kennedy in Houston the night before he was assassinated. So since then, in their 100-year history, okay, they have not, found it necessary to encourage or grow support amongst their group. But now they give her the cosign. Go ahead.
I mean, that's what's up. Like it may sound like hate. It's more of a frustration, I would say. I guess.
I hear you.
Like just because because like we I don't want to like group everybody, but like
okay.
Black people, they just just hear them just complaining a lot, just about gathering and like reparations and who to vote for,
right.
And just like it's just the same thing every year, and just like you just watch it play out. You're just gonna watch people watch Black people argue online, who's not doing what, who's what I'm saying. So it's just a mess, and sometimes you just feel kind of like handicapped. But like as you said, like I worry about myself. Like I'm a single man. I don't have no kids. I got family members. I look after them. But like at the end of the day, I'm just worried about myself. And that could possibly be what's hurting Black people. I don't know if other people are thinking the same as me.
Well, listen, I hear you loud and clear, and I'm not trying to tell you what you should or you shouldn't do, but my whole reasoning for even bringing this to the table is to try and educate and somewhat, put the information out there so people can do their own research. I mean, I'm not a know-it-all, but I think this is a point that should be of interest. Something else you want to finish up on? Is dating worth it?
Yeah, I'm a little bit more passionate about this one because it impacts me.
Okay.
Really.
Okay.
But I don't feel like it's to me personally. I don't feel like it's worth it. I'm not really looking for like a girlfriend, so to say. I'm more so looking for somebody that can actually bring value to what I have going on. Like I got my business. So like I don't want nobody that's coming in and just just going to be like a life sucker.
Right.
And that's a lot of what you encounter nowadays. And like because what these women are being fed all day long is just like that the world belongs to them and like God should bow, and I heard you talking about like date etiquette. Like I took a girl on a date and she couldn't wait to just upload a story on Instagram, and like that's what they care about. They want to show other women that they're actually on a date. Like they don't care about you.
Yeah.
They're like look where he's taking me.
You're just content. For a lot of these girls, you're just content.
That's big facts. That's big facts. And you talk about girls selling their cat, right? I mean, my ex-girlfriend, she did that, and I knew about it. Well, like not fully, but like I knew. Like she wasn't keeping it all the way 100. I knew, but she wasn't keeping it all the way 100, and like that's when like made me like even toss it to the side. I was like, nah, you're not like I can't. But if you're not gonna keep it real, like it ain't gonna work. Because like. How I'm not cool with it, and like how like I can't help you out, or you know what I mean, or how do you know like if you're not going to be real, like it ain't going to work, and that's really my piece on it.
Well, let me ask you this, sir: how old are you?
I'm 35.
Are you looking for love? Have you found a significant other?
You know what, man? Like I feel like I've done that in my life. It's kind of sad because I used to like this lover boy, but like now, like not no more. Like I'm not bitter or anything like that, but just like
Are you 35 and jaded?
Yeah, because like once you see the truth, man, like it's like what is that? Once you see the truth, it's like what am I pursuing? It's really no point.
Don't become jaded, sir. I'm not jaded. I still enjoy, the verbal jousting, if you will, and exchange with females. I like to have healthy, productive conversations, but at the same time, I do have a sadistic side to me where I want to look into a woman's into her eyes and look into her core, and if she's trying to get that money, that bag, so to speak, I'm going to try and push her in that direction to see if she'll go. But go finish up, man. Finish up.
Facts. Yeah, man. Like I'm on that same type of wave, and like right before I moved, I was talking to this Jamaican girl, and like I know her from back in the day, or whatever. And like I know her from back in the day, and like she needed help, right? She's the one who needs help. Like I'm good. Like so, like I'm telling her, like, yo, I got this plan. Like, yo, I can help you out. Cause she do clothes. I'm like, we could do events. Blah blah blah. And yeah, Shorty just flipped on me one day, like because I wouldn't move her into my crib after like only talking to her for like a couple of months. Like they just, what I'm saying? Like I understand, like of course, like getting with a man, he's gonna provide or whatever, like do things for you, but like you're not going like I'm not no sucker. Like you're not gonna try to like just try to play me.
I happen to have a fondness for Caribbean women. You may not have heard me say that, especially Jamaican women, because I love the way they pronounce words, and most of them are far superior educated to Yankee girls.
This girl was smart too.
Yeah. Now hang on a second. How old was she when she wanted you to move her into your place?
Probably a year or two younger.
But when was this? When you were how old? When you were how old?
This is pretty recent. I want to say this is like last year.
Okay. And did she have any kids?
No kids.
Yeah.
No kids. Yeah.
And you're a Yankee boy? You're a Yankee boy?
I'm half Tether, you know, so like I'm half Haitian, you know, half American, you know, but I'm more.
I would have to take her side, sir. She gave you the punani, the stinky panties for how long? Couple of months, a year? How long?
You know, to give it a stack, I was not even in. I was really on some business tip, but she was trying to make it on some like she want me to, you know, wife her. You know,
sir, did you ever get the punani, the stinky panties?
I did. I did.
Okay, and you were dating for how long?
This girl, we dated in the past, but like, you know, like not when I met up with her again, we weren't like I said, I wasn't really trying to.
Sir, how long were you dating before she said, "Move me in or move on, pussy boy"? How long? Come on.
Like a year.
I agree with her. Move me in, pussy Yankee boy, or I'm going elsewhere. Gotta go, sir. Thank you. Gotta go.
All right.
Thank you, see. Jamaican women make the best mothers, in case you've never heard me say that. I've dated more than a handful of Jamaican women. I like the way they regulate a house, you know? When they tell the kids get in the bed, that's it. You get in that goddamn bed. You come out that bed, the switch come out. Truth Be Told podcast. Check him out on YouTube. That's the homie Glamour. He didn't get a chance to call back, but Glamour, I appreciate you, man. This is a very late night show, if you will. Just going over the information here about the Latino Civil Rights Group. Let me say again, the organization's first of any presidential candidate in its nearly 100-year history endorsement. You better believe this is big, because the greatest power is influence, and they want it known in our 100-year history. This is worth putting your vote behind. Now, as a businessman, let me say this. If Obama says something that appeals to my business interests, then I'm going to have to go back and look at, you know, my boy Trump and say, well, okay, well, she's talking this. You've been talking that, and I'll fuck with you heavy, you know, but anybody in the live chat on that type of time, huh? That's that Brooklyn shit, you know? That's that Brooklyn shit. AB got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Them Latinos is untrustworthy. They'll switch sides. Duh. Yeah. Yeah, there never was a black and brown coalition. Thank you for pointing that out. Hang on a second. Oh my goodness. Who sent me this little beautiful tidbit? Dirty Laundry Media. Thank you so much. Can I print this out in time, or do you want to call in? Hold on a second. Can you call in? What did you just send me? My eyes are bad. I have to hang on. Let me see if I can download this. Hold on, guys. Is this one of the founders? Whatever his name is, I don't have time to play with people's names tonight. Oh, wait a minute. Is this an actual quote, or is this fake news? Felix, I got to make this bigger. Let me send this to Blade. Hold on a second. Blade, can you confirm? I don't know if Dana is around or Deeds. Blade, I'm sending you something. Can you check the authenticity of what this person just sent me, or has that something been doctored up? Okay. Let me bring in area code 239. Good evening. It's a late night show. We're kind of scattered about. Are you there?
Yeah. What's going on?
How are you, sir? How are you?
Just chilling, man, down here, man. Actually, I'm in my back patio with my girl.
Okay.
And
And I just happened to turn it on, and I seen that you were live, and then I seen the banner about the dating, and I was like, I didn't even know about the Hispanic thing. We'll get on that in a minute.
Okay.
But the dating thing, I was like, oh, I got to call in.
Please go ahead.
So yeah, I mean, I'm out here with my girl. I've been with her, going on 10, 11 years.
Wow. Okay.
Right?
11.
Hey, yo, Star, I'm gonna keep it 100.
Okay.
Right? On how we came into each other's lives. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, here in South Florida,
okay,
they treat strip clubs like clubs. Like, you know how people go to a club, but down here we go to a strip club.
Yeah.
So anyway, I go to a strip club. She happens to be dancing there. Beautiful woman, but I'm a Brooklyn, so I'm like, listen, I'm not here for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to, the club is a big club. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to take up your time. And then later on, you're going to tell me I owe you some money. You know what I mean? Okay. So anyway, we got to a conversation. I came back another couple of days, you know what I'm saying? And we feel, I'm like, oh, okay, this is kind of, but in my head, I'm like, yo.
Sir, can you get to the point? Because I don't know where you're going.
Yeah, so anyway, so what I'm saying is that, yes, dating is worth it if you find the right one and you're being real with that person and you're being real with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I know, like, in a place like that, when you go into an establishment like that, you wouldn't think about I found the real one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I found a real woman,
Now, how old are you, sir? And you said that
I'm 52.
5'2"?
I'm 5'2". Yeah, I'm 52.
And you, how long have you guys been married? I hear her in the background. She said 11 years.
I'm not married. We're not married. We've been together for 11 years.
Oh, wow. And how old is she?
I was married prior.
Hang on, sir. How old is she?
Tell him.
I'm 14 years younger than him.
Okay. And you don't want to be married? You say you guys have been together 11 years?
I would like to be, but I want it to be like, for sure. Like, it's, we kind of are very unconventional. It's like we put up with each other's, like, we're both stubborn as hell. We're both like bullheaded.
Do you have any children? We
both have children, but both of our boys are 3 years apart.
Okay.
By different people.
So you've been together 11 years, as you said, and I'm not a dating coach or anything, but in reality, you're not sure if he's the one. You're just not sure.
No. He is the man of my life, the only man that I've ever loved this deeply. And the point, like, it's like, it took a hot minute for us to even go on a date.
Right.
Like, we met in the strip club, but it took a long time for us to even go on a first initial date.
Got you.
So it was like we just dug each other so much, and it was like, wow, like this inner, like, who the fuck are you?
I need you to watch the language, please.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Language.
Who are you?
Mm-hmm.
Like, where did you come from? And, why am I feeling this way? And we both, when I seen him and I walked over to him, like, we kind of locked eyes, and he was like, yo, like, I'm really not here, to interact or talk to anybody. I'm just here chilling, and I just want to be by myself. And I said, you know what? I said, me too. I said, so do you mind if I just
if I can jump in, because I don't want to just, go left, right. Are you educated, formally educated, and is he formally educated?
Yes. I have my bachelor's degree in entrepreneurship and business. He is
He's a convicted felon. He's from New York. I know his background already.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, dude.
He's got the street and the book smart stuff, but he's one of the smartest men I've ever.
Right, yeah, street smart. But hang on a second. I appreciate the two of you calling in. With all due respect, I think you deserve each other. Maybe marriage is not the thing. You're old. Hang on.
Yeah,
hang on.
That's my dude.
Yeah, you're older. You're older, and what you have, it works. Gone are the days of being in love. You don't even smash like you used to, but it works. And I think that's a great thing. Listen, I got to take other calls. I appreciate both you guys.
I appreciate that, yo. You know what I'm saying? That's why I had to call in.
Salute. Thank you. Okay.
Salute.
If it works, it works. Who am I to say, you know? I don't trust these hoes. You know what is such a turnoff to me when a girl says, "How's your mother?" Bitch, my mother don't know you and don't give a fuck about you. Keep my mother's name out your mouth, ho. Hold on a second, guys. Let me put this back on the screen here. Is dating still worth the effort? Rondell, I got your other donation. He says Simp Club. Yeah, man, we got, you know, so many niggas simping online now to the point where that probably, I'm sure it does, affect dating. Bitch, I just took you out for you know, lobster, whatever. And I just dropped you off and you're already on you're live. And you got simps critiquing where I took you. Simps talking about why did he order this and why did bitch, fuck you and the simps. You're blocked. Hold on a second. Okay, someone says you're online. 60558. Hey, good evening. Did you send me the information that I'm holding in my hand here? Dirty Laundry Media?
Absolutely.
How are you, sir? Good evening. Thank you for stopping by.
Can you hear me?
It sounds a little distorted. Are you on some type of headset, or what are we doing?
Not on headset, not on speaker.
Okay, I'll turn my volume down. You sent me something that explain it, because I need a link. What you sent me has something typed on it. I would like to see a link to confirm what you sent me. If you could do that whilst we talk.
I can send you the link. I can definitely send you the link. That's an actual quote.
Okay.
From the gentleman. He was actually responding to a suggestion that they ally with other groups like the NAACP. And he said no. That was his actual quote. That's actual facts.
Okay. Can you give us the year of what you're referring to and give us the quote? I want to give you the proper
I'm gonna
credit and the time.
It was 1957. This gentleman was the president of LULAC.
Sir, your phone is going in and out. Sir, are you in a headset? Sir, are you in a headset? It sounds distorted. I'm trying to let you give this information. Can you make some adjustments, please? Give me a second.
No, I'm not on a headset.
Okay, you're on a bad speaker. So give us the year and the name of the gentleman that you just sent me and his quote, please. Try again.
So you can actually look the quote on a website called southernspaces.com. I'll send you the email.
Yeah.
If my phone is sounding funny, I don't want to hold you up.
Okay.
I'll tap back in, but I'm going to send you a link right now.
But hang on. Give me the quote. I want people to hear what you sent me. Give me the quote.
The quote.
Sir, are you there? Hello?
He says, I don't want to. Yeah, he said the Negroes' problems are not mine. I don't want to ally with him.
Okay. Send me the link, sir. For some reason, your phone sounds really bad. I don't know what else to say. If you're on a speakerphone.
Yeah, apologies. I'll send the link, Star. I'll send the link coming right now.
Can you take the speakerphone off and just hold the phone? Can you do that? I'm trying to give you the credit.
Yeah, I'm not on speaker at all. I don't know what's the...
Okay.
I don't know what the issue is.
Send me that link, sir.
Yeah, my apologies.
I appreciate the call. Send me that link, please.
My apologies.
It's okay. Thank you, man. Salute.
On the way.
Yes, sir. Okay. Blade, are you there? Blade, can you confirm the validity of what I sent? Guys, hold on a second. Sir Shy tapping. Star, I ordered microphone check. Aha! Well, when did you order it, Sir Shai? Did it take the atheist, the biracial racist, race baiter? You talk that FBA stuff, Sir Shai. You just now ordered microphone check? Everybody else claiming to be FBA, go on and order your copy just like Star did. I burned this and then sent Florida Boy J a copy. He's going to have to send a donation to Tariq Nasheed's organization. I'm going to make sure he does that, but thank you for your donation, Sir Shai. Reginald got your donation. These hoes collect, tool at the club ain't worth it. Okay. Larry got your donation. Who's Larry? Larry, have we spoke before, sir? Good evening. Thank you for your support. And thank you for holding. Are you there? 714. Yes, no, maybe. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Are you there, sir? 714. He's been on hold for a few minutes. Give him time, folks. Are you there, sir? Hello, 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 hello.
Hey, what's going on? Yeah. Hey.
Are you the guy who I spoke to earlier?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta go. I can't do it. I gave you plenty of time, and now you're killing the vibe, man. Please, thank you, thank you. Sheesh. Alex, he says, "Star, I'm black and never dated a black woman." Hashtag blessed. Okay. I have a fondness for the brown sugar, so I have difficulty. I'm not anti-black. I don't know. You know, I mean, I do get at the mammies, but and this is going very far back. When I first saw Judy Pace, Google that name, kids. Judy Pace on an old television show. Pretty as fuck. Dark brown skin, and then she was in a couple of movies. And then I saw Teresa Graves in this television show called Get Christy Love. I said, oh my God, I got to get some of that. And I think that may have been what prompted me, well, along with wanting to be a bass player in the band, I think that's what may have prompted me to move to New York. I got to get some brown sugar. But thank you for your donation, Alex. Let me go to area code 347. Late night, chopping up a few topics. Are you there? 347. Give me a second to chime in. 347. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Folks, please do not call me and keep me on a speakerphone or some type of delay. I cannot do that. I'll go to area code 845 in the meantime. 347, I have to hang up. Are you there? 845. Do not call me and keep me on a speakerphone. I gotta go.
Hello?
Yes. Good evening.
Hello?
Yes.
Yo,
Yes.
Star, what up, Star?
Sir, you have to come closer to the phone. Please don't kill the vibe. It's late night. How are you?
Good, Star. How are you?
No one cares how I'm doing, sir. Are you getting to the topic?
Yeah, man. I'm scared about Kamala, man. I wouldn't want to see her president at all.
Okay.
I feel like if she was to even get into that position, it's World War III. I don't think these other world leaders will respect the woman leader.
Okay.
And I think it'll just be World War III. I think they'll test her.
Mm-hmm. I'm listening. And where you from,
yeah,
sir?
You know,
from
that's where I'm at with it. Like, okay. I'm voting for Trump.
Okay.
I'm Trump all the way.
Okay. So am I. I'm a Trump supporter.
I'm scared of Kamala.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You said World War III. I got news for you. You there?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah. World War III already started, sir. It started when they revised the Patriot Act. We've been living under World War III already. Years ago.
There we go, man.
Decades ago.
Yep, there we go.
To be fair, did you ever hear our guy Donald Trump say he loves war? I love that type of shit. Did you ever hear him say that?
I heard him say it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I heard him say it.
Yeah. Do you have kids, grandkids, anybody that may have to be shipped off to war behind a warmonger? Now, I'm not calling him a warmonger, but this is the objective perspective. You got any grandbabies?
No kids.
Okay.
No kids.
Okay. Kamala Harris, she scares you. But what do you think? Back in her day, she was hottie. You smashed, right? I smash, right?
No, I want to touch that bird. Listen, man, like you said, I haven't heard anything about her policies whatsoever, and it's like people are just jumping to it. Like, she hasn't laid out anything whatsoever.
You're right.
She's just shucking and jiving, laughing like, yo, I don't know if she's hitting a vape pen before she gets in front of the camera to calm her nerves, but she looked like she's always hot.
I think she's on a perk 10 on a regular basis.
Yo, I agree with you. She's on something. She's always laughing. I don't know what's up with her. For real, like, she's on something.
Yeah.
And then you want to quote Quavo? Are you serious? You quoting Quavo?
Sir, can we go there tonight? I mean, how old are you?
I'm 40.
Do you think that was her coke they found in the White House? Oh. Huh?
Listen, man.
Now, if it would have been crack rock, it would have been
off with Hunter.
Hang on.
Be sliding off with Hunter, doing bumps in the bathroom.
I was about to say, if it was crack rock, it would have been Hunter's, but they found that powder money. You think she dropped it, just in the hallway? Oh God!
I wouldn't be surprised, man.
Where's my blow? What the fuck?
You who knows?
Anyway.
I wouldn't be surprised if she put a couple of rocks in her weed. Moving funny.
Oh, she's from that era, smoking woolers, right?
Correct. You know what I'm saying? Hunter might be putting crack in the weed. She didn't even know it was lace, and she moving funny.
Hang on a second, sir. Hold on, stay with me, because you see, in reality, this may sound crazy to some people, but she's from my era. People from my era are really slick with it. She may have a little bottle of cough syrup in her Birkin bag. A little cough syrup.
I wouldn't be surprised. Mm-hmm. My aunties from that era, some of them still moving funny.
Right.
And they like young niggas.
Yeah. Bitch sitting there with Sleepy Joe sipping scissor.
You already know.
So I gotta go.
All right.
Salute.
I'm gonna holler at you, my G.
Salute. We're laughing. That may have been her blow that they found in the White House. Well, when was that? Hold on a second. When did they find that coke found in the White House? Hold on. Cocaine found in the White House. In July 2023, the United States Secret Service found a small plastic bag containing less than a gram of powder cocaine inside the White House. Is that who I think it is? Area code 206, late night, 206.
Hey, Star, it's Sunday.
Hey, Sunday, how are you? Did you get my email? I gave you credit if you were the person who sent me that info.
No. I sent you something about Nicki Minaj. You got me mixed up with somebody else.
But did you get the email I sent you?
Yeah, but
Okay.
you got me mixed up.
Okay.
I think it was another person.
Okay.
I just wanted to give a quick opinion on Kamala Harris.
Come on. Kamala.
Kamala. Okay, so I think she's married to a cuckold.
Come on.
And
come on.
That man looks like he watches her sleep with black men. That's what I think. I think she likes black men. But uses him as like a trophy to make her.
I want you to be very easy because I'm not looking to slander her. What you could be saying could be considered reckless disregard of the truth.
Okay.
You have no proof. You have no proof, nor do I. So let's be very careful.
Okay. Well, what I was about to say after that wasn't very nice, but I think like you said something about her dancing.
Yeah.
Her dancing and Megan Thee Stallion and all of that stuff. I feel like there's a certain demographic that's very receptive to that. They aren't big on reading, and I think that they vibrate towards the fun nature to things. People that don't read.
Come on.
That's what I think. That's what I think she's doing because she knows that there's a large percentage of illiterate people who don't want to read policy. They want to see somebody having a good time, which makes them think she's going to give them a good time.
I agree.
That's what I think it is.
I agree.
She's catering to that because she knows exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
She's very smart. She's very strategic. I think she's masterful almost because she's got a really good team. But personally, I mean, I still believe that Trump's going to win. So
I hope so. You're a Trump supporter, yes?
Absolutely.
Right.
I don't trust her. And this is the thing. Everybody keeps talking about Trump's a felon. Trump's, he made that comment, grab her by the cat or whatever. Please. So what? He's a man.
Yeah.
That's normal.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is, I feel like Trump has a higher level of transparency than she does. I feel like you're going to be a bad guy.
Good point.
Be a bad guy. She pretends to be a good guy, but she's a snake. I don't really, you know what I'm saying? I feel like Trump lays his cards out. Now, mind you, certain things he'll keep close, but I do feel like most of who he is consistent. It's never changed.
Right.
With her, I think she's a chameleon. She's whoever you want her to be at the time that it's most beneficial to her. She's black today. Tomorrow she's white. The day after that she's Asian.
Right.
She's whatever you want her to be, so she can get something out of you.
She sound like Star.
No, Star, I've been going back and forth with your chat.
The devil knows its own. Now, hold on a second. Was somebody trolling or was she actually on Soul Train dancing? I saw a video. It said Kamala dancing on Soul Train. Did you see that?
I didn't see that, but I did see this hate campaign commercial that Trump paid for.
God.
Where she's dancing.
Hold on.
She has better rhythm than me. She definitely is connected to her soulful roots. She has rhythm. She can dance really well.
Hold on.
I can't dance for shit.
Hold on. Sunday, I need you to watch the language. Troll babies, is that Kamala dancing on Soul Train? Somebody please email me, or was that just somebody who took a girl dancing and then said...
She has a lot of rhythm. That's why I feel like she's using her husband for ops. No, seriously, I can't dance at all.
Okay.
And I'm a bit more on the awkward side, but she dances like as a black woman. She's got too much seasoning and flavor for her husband. I don't know. I think she's using him for the look of it, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
But either way, I like Trump because he's transparent. He's who he is. He's been that way for his entire life. If you go back 50 years, he's the same way. 60 years, same way. He hasn't changed. Yeah. And she's so phony. I don't know. People don't see it. They just think because she's brown, that's good enough to get the vote. Right. But I don't think that's a good reason at all. And the mere fact that she's pandering to people who can't read or don't like to read, it's the same difference at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's the same difference.
Yeah.
You don't like to read. If you don't use it, you lose it. So you lose your vocabulary if you're not constantly reading.
Yeah.
And so I think she knows that. And instead of creating policy to help people, she's pandering to him. I don't know. I just think that's really snake-like behavior. With Trump, he just keeps it real 100%. And he handled that bullet like a G. So
yeah.
What has she been through? She hasn't been through nothing.
Hold on a second. Sunday, I'm going to send you this in case you haven't seen it already. I want to say salute again to Dirty Laundry Media with regards to the one-time president saying, let the Negro fight his own battles.
It's kind of like this, like,
go ahead. I just sent you the email.
Okay. I remember years ago, like over 10 years ago, I was roommates with these random people, and one of the guys was like, you can tell what kind of man a woman likes based off of the shape of her body and if she can dance or not. And I said, what? I never heard that before. That's ridiculous. And I thought about it, and I was like, well, maybe he's right, because if you look at the video, it wasn't even a video, really. It was a hate commercial that Trump paid for, smearing her or whatever. She was dancing with
I saw it. I did.
Yeah, I was like, she's got way too much rhythm for her husband. She's hitting she dances really well. And I thought that was really suspect. I was like, because usually if you look at a black...
But hang on a second. Sunday, I want to get past all that. Is she black? She ain't black. And never mind all that. I don't want to get hung up on that. The Latino civil rights group has endorsed her. Did you do any digging or research with regards to this group? This is historic for them. They've never supported a candidate before. They started to in 1963 with JFK, but they are committed to mobilizing Latino voters. That's what I want to focus on.
Yeah, but the Latinos are divided. So the Puerto Ricans are not aligned with the Cubans, and the Cubans are not aligned with the Dominicans. It depends on what state you're talking about. Because when I lived in Miami for 10 years, Cubans do not associate with anybody but their own, and they vote for Trump. I was tapped in the other day into the news, and I've been following some of the Cuban podcasters and whatnot, and they say Trump. They're wearing the hat.
Right.
They're repping him. The Puerto Ricans represent themselves. They cannot lump themselves in with other Latinos. They're extremely divided.
Well, Sunday, I got some bad news for you. The Puerto Ricans are going to go with whoever makes promises to them. And
no. I understand that.
Hang on. And Kamala Harris, again, she has committed to meeting with these people, this particular group, and giving them tangible. So, what we have traditionally known and understood, as you just said, with, Hispanics and Latinos being divided, if you will, that yes, for the most part, they have. And again, I'm a Trump supporter, but I am going to chop and dice these particular topics up to see if there's any validity to them. Let's bring it back to this group. This group now endorsing her. Is this a need for concern against not just black people, but white America?
So I looked at the statistics, and the statistics can be broken down further than the general demographics that I have.
Okay.
But there's 67 million Hispanics in the United States, and there's 47 million blacks. And when you look at the white population, they're greater than 300 million. So they're not even, they don't have the volume to shift the vote that much. They don't. So the 67 million, if all of them voted for Kamala, sorry, her name is really Kamala. It's really hard to say. So if 67, she's just got like a weird name. 67 million people vote for her. That's not going to beat the 300 million whites that are going to vote potentially for Trump. It's not going to beat them out. She's trying to get a little bit of everything. That's why she's tapping into all demographics. She's got the Caucasian side covered because of her family being intertwined. She's got the Asian. She's trying to get a little bit of everything, but I truly believe that Trump's still going to win because she lacks transparency. She's like one of those ladies that you'd find in the office that knows exactly whose hand to shake. but she's a snake, you know?
I hope,
and then whereas Trump is like, I'm the boss.
I hope you're right. But you do know that hang on. You do know that the popular vote does not pick the president, right?
No, I understand that. That's why I was saying that he has a lot of strength in many different states like Florida, tons of Latinos there, but they don't represent the Puerto Rican group that you're referring to. One last thing I would like to say. One thing about Trump that a lot of people may not see as a positive, I think it's his biggest strength. When he goes to make a deal, when he calls, people answer the phone. If he wanted to talk to Putin tomorrow, if he wanted to talk to the North Korean president tomorrow, not only will they make time for him, but they're going to answer the phone. If Kamala tries to talk to one of these people, they don't want to talk to her. And it's not because of her race. They don't respect her. She has no real track record for success. I don't think she has a reputation that Trump's reputation is bigger than the title of president. And so anybody in the world would want to sit down with him. And he's done it before, where Obama wasn't successful, Biden wasn't successful with talking to these world leaders. He was. People always give him their time, every time. So that's the type of president that you want. You want somebody that can have a conversation with these people to get things done.
I agree with you.
Anyway,
and I appreciate your call. Sorry about the mix-up. I don't know. I thought that was you who sent me that link, but don't worry about it. Good to hear from you.
Likewise.
Take
Have
care.
a good one.
Bye now. All right.
Okay.
Sunday tapping in. She's a supporter. I appreciate her. We went over the 2-hour mark. You guys want to keep talking? I don't necessarily need to take a break just yet. Maybe I won't. It's getting late. I got to get up and hit the gym, you know. Dirty Laundry Media. I really want you to get a phone line, man, where I can get you on the line. I appreciate what you sent to me. And I like to give credit where credit is due. Okay, here's your number. I'll keep your number. But I want you to speak, man. Relly, I got your donation. Relly Riches. Kamala be leaning and rocking, snapping her fingers. Yeah. She's on that sister girl vibe. Yeah. Colitha, do you want to call in? Yeah, I want to focus on what we're talking about right now. Colitha, I got your email. I didn't get your donation, you know. I got your email, okay. Okay. Thank you. Somebody else sent me a link. I appreciate you. Okay. Hold on, guys. And I think I spoke to Larry. This person keeps calling. Please stop calling the guy who I gave you time to talk and you just, sheesh, you were just a vibe killer, man. Seriously. 804, are you there? Good evening, late night edition. 804. Talking about
Hey, Star, what's going on, man?
Civil rights group. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. Just left a concert, but it really doesn't matter. Look, here's the thing with the situation with Kamala and Trump. With Trump, if the man would just bring something to the table, actually have policies. You're saying Kamala doesn't have policies? Right? I mean, she actually does have policies. Trump doesn't have policies. I don't never hear him saying anything, what he's going to change, what is he going to do. With Kamala, she's already told you. She says she's going to do gun reform. She wants to do the John Lewis Act. She wants paid leave. I mean, she's bringing you stuff. She's telling you what she's going to do and how she's going to do it.
Sir, with all due respect, you'd have to be living under a rock to think that Trump has never rolled out policies, okay? And as far as Kamala Harris, hang on, sir. I let you speak. As far as Kamala Harris,
all right, go ahead.
We have not seen her post her policies. She's still talking about the Biden policies. We want to hear from her, sir. Can you honestly say that you know exactly what she's looking to do? black folk, for the most part, haven't heard anything, and she's already got their support.
Well, I mean, you probably won't hear anything until she actually becomes president. If she
bingo,
just,
bingo. Now hold on a second, sir. I want us to get focused. Let's get focused. The discussion.
We focus. Let's go.
Okay. The discussion I'm putting on the table tonight is this Latino civil rights group that has endorsed her. That's the focus. Any information, any updates, any thoughts with regards to that?
I haven't heard any information, but where are they based from?
Well, when you get time, do a little research. They're mobilizing, sir. We've been laying out the information all evening. I appreciate you calling in, but I want to focus on this group and this historical thing that they're doing as far as their 100-year history. Okay.
Okay.
I appreciate the call.
Clear copy.
Thank you. Yes,
I'll
sir.
call next week.
Okay. All right. Thank you, man. Thank you. I'm not rooting for Kamala Harris by no means, but I'm not running around here with blinders on either. Alex got your donation. The world isn't ready for the first mammy in chief. I have to disagree with Sunday. Kamala is slick. And she will, if she wins, and this is an if, she wins, she'll be sitting down with other world leaders. Oh, yeah. You know why? You know why they will? Because of Congress. She'll be the puppet, the chump in the front. And Congress decides where the money is allocated. She'll let it be known. You don't meet with me. We're not sending over 500 million, 2 billion. That's how that game is played. Again, I'm not voting for her. I'm not supporting her. We're just keeping it trill tonight. Hey, Pamela, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in, darling. Oh, Pamela, listen, I appreciate you. You are a supporter. You've sent me pictures before. You were a hottie back in your day, but you're from my generation. You got gray edges now. I'm not going to talk crazy, but what would be the benefit to you coming to North Carolina and then us going out to lunch? What would be the benefit? Oh, what are we going to talk about? We're going to walk on the beach and, oh God, listen to New Edition or, oh, I'd rather put the Mossberg in my mouth. I say that respectfully, but thank you for your support, baby. Sheesh. Area code 562, Latino civil rights group endorsing Kamala. It's up. It's lit. Are you there? 562. Hey.
Hi, how are you, Star?
I'm great, baby. How about yourself? Where do you want to go?
I'm doing pretty good. I was listening to your show and I said, let me call in again today because they were talking about the Latino group. That group has been known. They shut it down out here in California before. They are from the farm workers. And they don't play. I don't know why they're saying they don't know who they are and all this and that. We couldn't even get grapes. We couldn't get lettuce. We couldn't get strawberries. They shut the whole thing, all the vegetables and everything down out here, okay?
Talk about it.
When I was a little girl.
Talk about it.
I remember them from them.
Mm-hmm.
I remember, I think I was probably like about 7 or 8, and they had the farm workers, they shut down, and Cesar Chavez and Dolores Huerta, was the number 2 person.
How do you say her name? Herker? How do you say her name?
Dolores Huerta.
Yeah. Come on.
So I don't know why everybody is on here now acting like they don't know who she is and this, that, and the other. She was standing right there, matter of fact, when Bobby Kennedy got killed. So if they don't know, they need to go back and watch the tape.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't even think they came out for Obama.
No, they did not. They did not.
So, yeah, this is big because the last thing I ever known about them, like I said, when I was a very little girl, maybe 7 or 8 years old, we couldn't get anything they picked. We couldn't get it. And that was almost everything.
Yeah.
But back then, here, what'd you say? I couldn't hear you.
No, I'm listening to you, and I'm agreeing with everything you've been saying because, yes, I mentioned this earlier. Herta, if I'm saying her name right, she co-founded the United Farm Workers with Cesar Chavez in the early 60s. Yes, so this group has historical power, historical power, and they're not to be played with. Go ahead.
Right. And if you even look back in the history, when Cesar Chavez was going to go ahead on, he was under a hunger strike. And Martin Luther King sent him a telegram and told him, no, don't give up. Keep on going. Yeah. Martin Luther King was coming out here to California to try and help them to get more together and situated, but he ended up getting killed before he could even get out here.
Right.
That's in the history. So it's not like they know little rinky-dink people that nobody listens to or nobody cares about or anything like that. They got political power because they done sent a few people right on to Congress.
Yeah.